Hi there, teacher. Do you wish that you could say no to things a little bit more easily and without potentially feeling guilty or unprofessional? That's what today's little session here on the Blitz Teacher Burnout Challenge is all about. And for more help, you can see chapter 4 in my book, Time Smart Teaching. There's a whole chapter guidance on there about how to say no to the never ending extra requests from school. One thing I want you to remember is that when you say no to something, you are allowing yourself to say yes to something else. And that means yes to you, yes to your personal life, yes to your health, yes to your well being. So when we start putting boundaries in place, if we start to say no for the first time, it can feel a little clunky, but you need to be mindful that how we interact with people, the things that we say yes or no to, we are training people how to treat us. So if you are the sort of teacher that says yes to everything, you'll be known as, the go-to gal or guy. But when you start to say no to things, you are actually teaching other people that your time and your energy is precious and they won't necessarily just keep going to you for things. So what we want to avoid is, yes, of course I can do that, becoming your default response when someone from your school leadership team or your manager or whoever asks of you. And this includes students, by the way. Yeah, we don't have to absolutely fulfill all requests from students, especially those that want to come and hang out in your form room at lunchtime. Like for me, that is just like, no, 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 right? Lunch is for me, for my rest. So here's 3 tips that can help you to say no more easily. First, you can just pause when someone asks you to do something. You don't have to respond straight away. You can go, just let me think about that. Or can I get back to you? I need to check some things. The other strategy you can use is suggest. I'm sorry I can't help you with that, but may I suggest seeing so and so or doing this? That shows that you're empathetic about the problem and you want to help them move forward, but you're not saying that you're going to do it. And then my third and my favorite strategy is negotiate. This means that you're putting the emphasis back on the other person and they're going to have to move things around, make more time for you in order that you can do this job for them. So you could say something like, my workload is chock-a-block at the moment. If you're wanting me to do this thing, run this club, do this extra intervention, what are you going to remove from my plate? Are you going to give me extra PPA? Are you going to give me like free pass next time we have inset or twilight? Because there's no way that I can fit this in with my schedule already. And then you're putting it back on the other person to find the time. And that's really effective. And then everyone is happy in that situation. And guess what? If it's really not that important for them to have you do that thing, it won't happen and they won't make the time for you. And you don't have to feel guilty either way. So for today's task, I want you to reflect and write down 3 things that maybe you would have said yes to in the past, or you have said yes to in the past, that you kind of resented and regret. Yeah, we don't want to have yes regret. And I want you to practice saying no. You can just do it to yourself in the mirror. The more you start to say no, the easier it gets. Trust me on this. And you are going to feel so much more empowered. Thanks for joining me again on day 7. I really hope we see you tomorrow on day 8. See you there.